I was doing a remote job, and it was so like, what's the word? Like monotonous. Like, is that the word? Monotonous.
Yeah, that's a word. Yeah,
that's a
for
word.
sure.
Okay, word of the day.
Yeah. It's a long one too.
Yeah, that's
lot of
a
syllables.
hard word.
I'm talking to real people.
Yeah.
And I'm searching them online.
Yeah.
Like, the recruiters, like, this is a real thing. And like, my parents thought it was a scam.
Yeah.
Like, they thought I was gonna get, and they literally like called me and they're like, no, don't go. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess some people go on for love. I went on because I'm like, what else do I got going on right now? Like, I didn't care if I left with anyone.
Life needs some excitement.
Yeah. How did they find you?
through Instagram, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
Like,
can spot a bad bitch
they
from
just
anywhere.
they saw a baddie and they're like, you should be on the show.
Yeah. You didn't
See
have
my
to wear a
body.
bathing suit?
See my thing?
I was wearing a bikini. They asked me to.
What? Did you get paid? Yeah. Was it enough?
No.
Absolutely not.
It
No.
could never be enough.
For the trauma that I endured
No.
after, like, I was not well for a month.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
When I first got there, I was like intimidated. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God. Like, I don't think I was prepared to like actually, because I thought this was going to be easy. Delusion drives you places.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to
Right.
fake it till you make
Yeah.
it.
And then they put in a clip of me holding like Kay's notebook when everyone's dancing, so it just looks like I have a notebook while everyone's dancing. Like, I'm like, why? Who's like plotting for my downfall? Like, they're twerking, having fun, and I'm like holding a notebook, looking scared. But okay, pretty much, I was best friends. I became.
They made Reba look like a lunatic.
I was like, what the hell?
Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us. I'm your host, Zach Evans, along here with my co-host, Mohammed Molay. We got a couple special guests from Temptation Island on today with us. Why don't you guys go ahead, introduce yourself, name what you do, and your star sign.
Perfect. Hi, guys. My name is Melissa. I am 26 years old. Right now, I work in nightlife. I do bottle service. And my star sign, I'm a Scorpio. So intense, passionate.
Toxic.
Loyal.
Yeah, passionate. I mean, passionate. Yeah, that's what they say.
Okay, they always say that we're toxic, but I think we're very, very loyal
Fun.
people.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Bad for my mental health. Gonna cost me a lot of money in therapy,
Don't-
but fun.
Don't cross
But
us.
fun. Yeah, for sure.
He's like, you're cool, but this and this and this.
You're cool, but watch out. What about you?
I'm Reba. I'm 24. I'm a bottle girl with my girl over there. Woo. And I'm a Taurus, so I'm grounded. We balance each other out.
See, we love Tauruses.
Yeah.
You know, you would be like my best friend, and
Yeah.
you'd be like my arch nemesis. you
Yeah.
know?
But
I wouldn't say arch nemesis. You'd be like one of my normal enemies. You know what I mean? Like
I
the
would say
civilian
like
enemies.
ex,
Yeah.
but enemies, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm a
Yeah.
lover, not a
Yeah.
hater.
it could go either way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you two were in a relationship, who'd be the top?
If we
Me
were,
and you?
whoa, he wants to know now. Who'd be top?
When you fell on me last night, you were on top.
I was on top.
But like in life, I don't know. She's mommy. She's so mommy.
I'm dominant.
You are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It comes
but,
off.
But you're so spacey
Right.
that like I keep her in check.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, like this is my absolute twin. Like
Yeah.
we need each other to even
like
function.
yeah.
Yeah. So we go
Like you're
everywhere together.
you'd be on top in the bedroom, and you have like a good credit score and like a lot of LinkedIn followers, and like make sure you guys get your
Okay,
finances
puppy.
Not
together.
exactly.
Okay, daddy.
We're switch.
Yeah.
We're versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can go either way.
The bottom always says that they're switch. Yeah.
Fuck. You would know.
Oh. First of all,
We
I don't
came
like
here
your tone.
to roast you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like,
You
let's
can
show
try.
up and
You
ruin
can
their
try.
lives.
You can try.
That is funny. Okay, so how old are you?
I'm 26.
You're 26 and you
24.
are 24.
Yeah.
Okay, and you? How long ago did you guys meet?
Almost a year ago.
Almost a year ago
yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't. So you're not bottle service at the same venue?
We
are
do.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, you are now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a story to that. I think
Yeah.
it's a beautiful story.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, so when we left the show, or I came back and she was actually no, you tell it because it's your story. Yeah.
Okay, so I used to do digital marketing, and I was just doing this remote job in New York, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing a remote job in New York for? Like, I need to do something else. And then the show Temptation Island fell into my lap. We can get into it later. But my marketing job was like, we don't want to be associated with you if you do the show. And so I said, say less, I'm quitting. And I quit. And then I went on the show and I'm like, but I don't have a job when I get back. And then I met Mel. We got picked up at the airport at the same time. Like we weren't supposed to talk to each other at all. But then I clocked her and she said she was from New York and that she works in nightlife. And I was like, can you hook me up with a job? And then Mel, take it.
And then so I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then we really got close with each other on the show. And then we also found out we live pretty close to each other. Like it's like a 15-minute walk where you live right now. Mm-hmm. And then so I came back and I was like, I literally went through my networks of people because I'm very connected. So I didn't want to leave her without a job, obviously. So then she had no experience.
Yeah,
because hospitality, no experience.
I'm like, you just have to be a bad bitch to bottle girl, and that's the only requirement. Little did I know, it's competitive. It's
very competitive in New York City. And so then I reached out to a bunch of people, and then they were hiring at this place, and then I got hired, and they were like,
but she said
they were like. So obviously I have so much experience, like they would hire me on the spot, which they did. But I was like, if you hire me, you have to hire her because we went at the same time. And then they were like, okay. And they loved our dynamic duo when we
Black
went
Cat Golden Retriever.
Right.
Yeah. Like tag team the customers.
Yeah.
It's like when LeBron got his son into the league.
Like I was like, no, I'm
LeBron.
I'm not.
She got you in. What do you mean? You're obviously the son.
But I'm the top.
But yeah, like I believe that my circle should eat. Like I'm never gonna leave anybody behind. So I got her the job, and we've been doing it ever since together. Yeah.
We don't sleep.
We don't sleep. Yeah.
Sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is for the
weak.
weak.
Like y'all's 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Or 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. That's ours.
Yeah. Interesting. Fun story. You're a character, so we'll come back to you.
Zip.
What? We'll start. So this question goes to both of you, but then you could start, and then Mel could take over after. What motivated you to join Temptation Island?
Okay, so like I said, I was doing a remote job, and it was so like, what's the word? Like monotonous. Like, is that the word? Monotonous.
Yeah, that's a word. Yeah,
that's a
sure.
word.
Okay, word of the day.
It's a long one too.
That's
lot of
a
syllables.
hard word.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of words. It just depends what
but that's
context
a
you're trying to use it in.
Well, it was like repetitive, day to day, mundane,
pesto.
But like, I'm in New York. They're like, who did we bring here? You guys reach out to me.
But we got to get a new recruiter. I don't know what's going on.
You seem
They're bringing all the riffraff in now.
But I was bored. I was in New York City and I was bored. And then, so I was the only person from the show that applied, which is sad. Question mark. Everyone's like, I got recruited. I'm like, same. No, but I got like an email at like 3 a.m. Like, I guess I'm part of like a Netflix casting email chain. And it was like, new show, like apply. And so I applied for it. And then they literally messaged me back like the next day. They're like, you look good, girl. And the process was like too easy. I was like, what? Like, they're flying me to Hawaii. Like, I didn't think this was a thing. I'm like, this is dangerous.
Yeah, my dad thought it was fake. He was like, who's flying you to Hawaii? What? Netflix? Literally. He's like, it's a scam.
Like,
don't
bring your
go.
pepper spray.
Right. And I was like, no, like, I think this is legit. Like, this is an actual, like, I'm talking to real people.
Yeah.
And I'm searching them online. Like, the recruiters, like, this is a real thing. And, like, my parents thought it was a scam.
Yeah.
Like, they thought I was going to get sex trafficked. And they literally, like, called me and they were like, no, don't go. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a real thing.
Like, I see the flight to Hawaii. Like, we're going to end up in Hawaii. I don't know what we're going to do there. But we did it. But it's funny because, like, both of our experiences, I knew from the first interview, I'm like, fuck, I got this. Like, because I was stressed because I'm like, I'm going to have to quit my job if I get this. And so
Oh, you knew?
I knew. I had it. Which is like,
but
you didn't.
I set the bar low because I didn't want to get my hopes up. But what was the question?
Well,
what motivated you to join the show? and her answer answer was boredom.
No, it was monotonous.
Monotonous.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Way
some
more
people-
classy than boring.
Word of the day,
Way more
monotonous.
classy, yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
I
got
guess
your
some
back on
people
this
go
one.
on for love. I went on because I'm like, what else do I got going on right now? Like, I didn't care if I left with anyone.
Life needs some excitement.
Yeah. I was like, you need to do some shit right now.
I went on the show because I kind of was like single as a Pringle.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing in my life.
same. Yeah.
Right. And I was like, oh, I get to find love like on a TV show. Like, oh, cool. Like, why not? But also like there was nothing in my life. I was very stagnant. Like nothing was going on. And I'm just like, what is the purpose? Like I was really in a rut and I'm like, what is the purpose of my life right now? Like every day I'm just doing the same like mundane things.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
and then I got recruited through my Instagram. Like a recruiter reached out to me and I was just checking through my like message requests. And then I'm like, what? And I'm like,
What'd they
literally,
say?
they were like, hey, we're doing a show.
Come.
They were,
Yeah,
are
and
you
I'm like,
in a
no.
relationship or are you single? And I was like, I'm single. And I actually left that message in my DMs for like a couple days. And then I was bored and I was just like, let me just
Another bored person.
Yeah.
and
We're all
let me
bored.
just answer. Like why not? Like, right? Like if any opportunity
Yeah.
comes, I'm gonna,
Yeah. They can't
you know,
kill you over
entertain
the phone.
it.
Yeah.
And then I messaged them and then I sent them my information and then we slowly started doing Zooms. And then it was like an hour.
Did you have 2
Zoom.
interviews?
I had like 4.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Dead ass?
Yeah, and
That's
I
why
was
I'm
like-
like, I have this because I did 2.
You did
You
too?
got recruited. You
I got-
did before.
Yeah.
I got recruited.
You had to like
applied.
apply, like, please take me. They're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, you're good.
They're like, cool,
I
go
got
ahead. I'm like,
recruited.
who are they? I also was like, if they're accepting me this easy, I'm like, who the fuck's gonna be on the show? 'Cause I'm like, it's gonna be a bunch of freaks there.
But like it was so niche because at the time I had like 2K followers or
Yeah,
3K
same.
followers. How'd you find me? Like it was weird. Like
How did they find you?
Through Instagram, but like
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
Like
can spot a bad bitch
they
from
just
anywhere.
they saw a baddie and they're like, you should be on the show.
Yeah,
Are you
like,
single?
hey.
Unfortunately, I am. So then we went through the Zoom sessions. The first one was about an hour and they asked every question in the book. Every
Yeah.
question on the book. What's your type? How do you approach a man? What's like your family trauma? Like everything.
Did they
And
ask
then
if you have a talent?
I was gonna show my talent, but I think face card like just was
Oh,
like you're good.
for real?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
had to
show
show
talent.
them. My talent was that my arm is double jointed, and they kept making me do it for them. And they're like, "You're a freak." Like they said that. Like, and I'm like, "You asked me to do this.
This is
They
the
set
talent.
me up. This
Yeah.
is my talent."
And then so the Zoom sessions, they were getting shorter and shorter. The final Zoom session that I had was 8 minutes, and I was like, I didn't get it. And it was in front of all these Netflix like producers, like official casts, and then the official producer of the show. And then they were asking me questions, and then 8 minutes, and I'm like, that was so. And they were like, okay, we're done. Thank you for your time. Whatever.
Did you wear a bikini?
I wore like this orange top and they made me stand and do like a spin. They wanted to
You
see
didn't
my
have to wear a
body.
bathing suit?
In my thing?
I was wearing a bikini. They asked me to.
You're like, we don't trust her body. She's hiding something.
No,
She's
Reba's
hiding
body's
something.
tea.
Yeah.
No, Reba's
No,
body,
I
she's
believe it,
good,
but maybe
like-
on your Instagram, like you didn't have any photos or something. They're like,
No. That's all I post.
Reba was like, wear a bikini, sit right there for an hour.
Yeah, they're
Just
like, don't
look at
talk,
you in a
just
bikini.
wear a bikini and do circles for an hour. And I'm like, I got this.
Sit, boy, sit.
like I'm so dizzy.
They didn't ask you to wear a bathing suit?
No, the
Weird.
bathing suit was
And I'm in New York. I'm in Meg's room in New York wearing a one piece in February, and I'm like, hey, like I'm like doing twirls. I
No,
worked for this.
I did my makeup. Okay, so every interview, like you had to pretend that you were on the island, so that So I wore an orange tube top, and I don't wear color. Like I am a neutral gal. Like
New York's
I love
black. Yeah.
New York is like city coded black. So I had to borrow my roommate's like clothes for these interviews, and they're like, "You're stunning, babe." Like, yes, and I'm like, oh, "This isn't even mine." And then makeup done, and when I did the 8 minutes, I remember I got ready. It took me about like an hour and a half because I wanted to slay on camera.
Yeah.
And then 8 minutes, I was done and defeated, and I'm like, I didn't get it. So then I was in Mexico with my girlfriend. and I get a call from Los Angeles. And let me tell you,
LA,
this is
the
the
mayor.
fastest process ever. They were like, you're on Temptation Island, pack your bags, get ready. I had 12 days to go to Hawaii. And,
Same.
you know.
I had a week. They called me after you.
They really,
Yeah, 1 week.
I had 12 days.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And so they're all, then obviously they're paying you guys to be
Barely.
gone for the duration.
Not enough.
Wait, what?
Not enough money.
Oh, yeah, no.
No.
They pay,
If there was
they
a
paid.
cash prize, I would have tried a lot harder.
Oh,
And then-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are like, did you win? Win
No,
what?
no one won. Even the winners didn't win.
I think
Everyone's
I
a
lost.
He's like, I want some Instagram followers, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
No.
We'll see when the show comes
chance.
out.
I want my bills paid. That's what I want. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I smelled pay gap or she's trying to squeeze more money out of the next show. Because I was like, did you get paid? She's like, yeah. Mel's like, yeah. And then Reba's like, not enough.
no, but
And then
real.
Mel goes, yeah, not enough.
Yeah, but
She
real.
changed her mind. She's like, yeah, you're
We're
right.
part of the union.
You
Reality
did say-
show union.
You did say, you're like, did you get paid? Yeah. Was it enough?
No.
Absolutely not.
Uh-huh.
It
No.
could never be enough.
For the trauma that I endured
No.
after, like I was not well for a month.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
So you're just like, it's a social experiment.
It
like,
is.
It is not
It's
a
taxing.
fun
Every day is
time. Every day was a battle.
war.
Yeah, it was a
A mental,
war.
like you should see, everyone journaled. If you saw my journal, you would think I was
You had
like
a
in an
journal?
insane asylum because I'm like, I'm enough. Like, I'm like
you had a journal, I was raw dogging it in
Yeah.
my mind. And
like,
like,
I look over, Mel staring into a corner, like just staring,
You're staring into the abyss.
and I'm like just writing, staring.
no, like it was bad. I came back because it's just like, take away your phone. You're not eating like the same,
No.
like
Hot dogs every day
You're
for this
literally
girl.
eating macaroni like
Yeah.
once a day, and like they're feeding you Celsiuses. You're drinking all the time. Well, me,
Yeah.
you know, I had
Yeah.
to be.
But
on-
no drinking limit. Like some shows do.
Love Island, they had a
They
strict
they
one.
can't
Yeah,
drink
yeah.
at all. Yeah.
I think that's
Maybe
brutal.
one.
I needed something.
Yeah.
And then we would secretly like vape, like run to
Yeah.
the bathroom, vape,
Yeah.
come out.
Sucking some
Yeah.
nicotine.
No, like
Because it couldn't
was,
be on camera.
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
couldn't be on camera.
So,
and
like,
that was like my
We'd pass each
pacifier.
other in the room and be like, yeah, babe.
And then you're talking to these people 25/8, like
Yeah.
all the time, and because there's nothing to do, and then boredom reaches you. It's hot. It's like on the show, it looks like a fun time.
Love
It's
Island,
not.
they said too, the producers are always like, you got to get out there. You got to get out
Yeah.
there.
You're
you gotta
working.
Go talk to
It's
people.
it's
Like,
not
it's
it's
like-
not a fun. You're
Like
working.
we're awake from like 7 a.m. to like 3 a.m.
Yeah, and then I would get anxiety.
Yeah.
and then
And it was hot.
It was hot. Like it was
Yeah.
a lot. And then I came back. I was so emotionally and like overly stimulated because you're talking to people and you're telling these random people like all your traumas and like everything
Yeah.
that you never even know.
And they don't give a fuck.
And then you came back. I like wasn't mentally well for like about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't talk to people and formulate like a sentence.
Yeah.
For like
Well, that's why we got so close too. Because like
Yeah.
the day I went home earlier than her. And the day she flew back, she literally texted me and she was like, let's go out.
let's go out. Like she was the first person I saw when I landed in New York City. I was like, you get
Because
it.
no one else gets
no
it.
one
Yeah.
gets it. I was like, I don't even want to like talk. And then like I landed, got ready, didn't even see my roommates, got ready, and then we went out.
Yeah. Of course.
Of course we
Yeah.
went out. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what was it like last night? Because you guys last night had this reunion party or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? What was it like seeing all the people that have caused all this trauma?
It was funny. Well,
It
we
was-
saw Grant and we saw Lino.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I talked to Lino because I got eliminated first. I don't know if you guys know this. And so I
Shout
watched it
out.
back. I was like, I want to know what they said. And then, because Lino was probably the guy I was like homies with the most. Like, there was no sexual tension there at all. But like, we were like homies. And then when I watched the episode, he was like, I think Reba's an obvious one for all of us. So I saw him yesterday. And I'm like, he's like, so good to see you. And I'm like, really? Because you said Reba's like such an obvious out. And he's like, he told me that he was the only one trying to save me, and he was like explaining. But you know what?
Wait, an obvious one to kick.
Now that I'm saying this out loud,
So gaslighting
he lied to
you.
me. I'm like, wait, but it's on camera.
But you said this.
But you said, I'm like, how does that come up? You know what?
Did you call him out?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, she went up to him.
I
Yeah.
went up to him. I was like, why the fuck did you say?
Did he
He's like,
deny it?
he came up to me and he was like, oh my God, you were like my favorite girl there. And I'm like, really? Because on camera, it says like, let's get Reba the fuck off this island. And he said that everyone else, like, which is a lot. There's like so much lore to like Tyler and stuff. But Lino said he was the only one trying to save me. But it was like weird seeing them because we can actually like call them out for shit that they did on the show. Like, I don't know.
It was just like you see them, you've experienced all like these experiences on an island,
Yeah.
and then you don't see these people for about like a year, and then you see them on TV, and then you see them in real life, and so much is to catch up, and it's just like for me, I had like a fun time, but it was weird.
Yeah.
Seeing everybody in person because
But
they're
we're
all
like
doing
just
their
as
own
close.
things.
Like it feels like it
Yeah.
hadn't been a year, you know?
Right. Yeah. It felt
Yeah.
like we just did this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then now we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are closer than other people. But
Yeah. Like obviously everyone has like their certain like persons that they want
Yeah.
to like be with. But yeah. Like,
yeah.
What is the common denominator between all the girls that were on the show who were the ones that were supposed to split up the couples?
I think like huge personalities.
The common denominator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like everyone is like I
Main
thought it was the
character
battle.
syndrome.
Yeah. Main character syndrome. I'm like, oh, so this is the battle of
No.
the divas.
Because
Got
it's
it.
weird because like when we're like in our respective cities and stuff, like you think you're special. And then you get there and you're like, I'm just like every other bitch here.
Yeah, like it's like they chose a really good cast because everyone has a great personality, but everyone is fierce in their own
And
way.
opinionated. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like when I first got there, I was like intimidated. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like I don't think I was prepared to like actually, because I thought this was gonna be easy. I was like, I'm gonna bag a man, like easy money, you know?
Yeah.
And then I get there and I'm like, oh,
This is harder than I thought.
I actually have, I have to try.
Yeah.
So like I got to put in the work.
And I didn't.
Then, I guess it just didn't work out.
When did you get eliminated?
I got eliminated. I was in the final elimination and I got eliminated with Alex, Olivia. Final 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex, Olivia,
Down 4,
Angel. Yeah. And then, like that was it. But I was like, I never went on a date. And I wanted to go on a date so bad. And then, last night, Lena was like, oh no, I was talking to Lena and Alexa, so nice.
Yeah.
And they were like, Alexa was like, oh, like Leno's talked so much like good about you. Like he said he wished he took you on a date. And I was like, well, he didn't.
Yeah.
He had a chance.
Where was that energy then?
I literally asked him, I was like, on the first night, which they skipped. There's a whole night.
They edited out so much.
They edit out. Yeah, that's another conversation. There's
Yeah.
so much that happened that they edited out. But the first night, they come to the house and we finally get to meet the boys. And then I remember talking to him for like a
2
while.
hours.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, like I would love to go on a date with you. I'd love to like
You said that the first night?
yeah.
Bold, yeah.
Bold, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go on a
Tempting.
date. Yeah, I want to get to know you, like know more about you, your past relationship. Well, not past, but like the current relationship that you're in. And then I didn't get chosen. But, I never did. But
He said
I
no.
carried the vibes.
But it sounds like the way that the show is set up, that the girls who are the contestants don't really care whether or not there is connection with this person. It's just getting to go on these dates.
Okay, so you have to imagine we were enslaved to that house. We couldn't leave.
Yeah.
Going on a date, you got to experience Hawaii.
You got to
and
leave
you got
the
to
house.
you got to leave.
Yeah.
That
And
was
you get
like,
more airtime on the show.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. But you
You
got
guys
to
like we just wanted a vacation.
but you
I just wanted to go to Hawaii.
See Hawaii.
No, but you got to leave. Like that was like the reward. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like you're stuck in that villa and like outside, and that was it. They didn't let you leave. They didn't nothing. And I was there for a month. So just imagine. Like that was Rikers Island. Like that was like a lot. But it was like you wanted to go on a date. So, but there's also a lot of dates that also didn't get like filmed, or not filmed, like shown.
Airtime.
Yeah.
Airtime, yeah.
I mean, it was
So-
like bowling.
So is that why you were having anxiety? Was the desire to go on these dates and like what you have to do in order to
It was
go?
like the desire just to go on a date and then constantly get almost like rejected.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, am I ugly?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with me? And it just, maybe I didn't push hard enough. Maybe I wasn't that interesting. Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't really care at this point. But I just like, it kind of hurt my ego, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, respectfully,
Same.
in our cities, it's not that hard for me to get a guy. It
Yeah.
really isn't.
No.
And then coming here, it was like,
Oh.
like, I guess, like, face card doesn't
Yeah,
work
face
here.
card declined?
Declined?
We're broken.
What? Yeah, or like my personality isn't
Yeah.
popping. Like
Yeah.
it kind of like it did hurt my ego a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting, right? Because this is what I think the delusion that everybody has in the world,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Is that
And I'm a
when we-
delusional babe.
Right. Yeah.
But you know, delusion drives you places.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta
Right.
fake it till you make
Yeah.
it.
in the city of millions of people, you
Right.
know, the 10 people that come up, if you did like a statistic analysis and you know, figured the percentage, it would be very low. And I think so in that context, you were dealing with 4 guys,
Yeah. Not enough.
which is
It's not enough.
No, it's not
It's
enough.
like on a show like Love Island where you have
Yeah.
like another partner.
And like they want you. They give you that energy back.
Yes. And it's like,
These guys don't care
how many girls
if they end
12
up with you or not because
12
they have a backup
beautiful
plan,
women?
which is their girlfriend.
Exactly.
Well, even if you look at Love Island, it's interesting, like noticing like when there's like even like one more girl than the guys, right? Like all the girls
Yeah.
are kind of like, I don't really like you that much. You're like real like on their high horse, and then once it flips, it's like the entire shift, and
They'll do the
then all the
most.
guys are like, yeah, like the guy that was like in love with this girl is kind of like, I don't know about her. What about this one? You know, it's
Yeah.
like crazy.
No.
And that's
You
only with
have no
one
option,
person
though.
difference. That's only
Yeah.
with one difference.
No,
Where
the
your
guys
guys shows like,
there definitely had like a power trip. Like they thought they were like.
oh yeah,
The shit.
I
No,
would-
they
because
said-
the producers, what did they call them?
no,
The hero? 'Cause-
The heroes.
and they literally would
We're
refer to
hero.
themselves accidentally, like,
Wait,
since I'm the hero of the show.
That's
like-
what
Wait, how
their
do I get
show
on this
name
show? I want to
was.
be the
You
hero.
want to be a hero?
I want to
No,
be on
you'd
this
be a
one.
villain.
You'd be a
Wait,
yeah.
wait.
That's
Yeah.
actually a compliment. I like
Wait,
that. I'd be
wait.
like the villain that everybody cheers for because I'm funny.
Yeah.
You know?
hold on. What did
Right.
Okay.
what did they call them?
Heroes.
Why?
It's like
Because
the main
they're-
character of the show.
Uh-huh.
Like they're the hero of the show. But they took that literally, and they're like, since I'm the hero here on this island, like, and the producers literally had to be like, stop calling yourself the hero, like, on camera, because it's just a producer term.
But I thought the women also had the same.
Temptresses. That's what we were. The others.
Yeah, we're
I
just
mean,
like,
We have
No, 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 no.
supporting cast.
being seen
I'm
as
saying,
the villain.
I'm saying,
you
I
know?
thought their wives or like partners were also doing the same thing on the other side. Is that not?
no,
the-
yeah.
yes, but
But they didn't take it. The
but
girls-
we also had no idea what was going on in the other villa. We would hear
Yeah.
from like producers talking and saying certain things, but like we had no idea what was going on or what kind of dates they were going on, like just nothing.
Yeah.
Also, the single men, hot. They were like, when we got there and we saw the 4 guys on our
Yeah.
villa, I was like,
Oh, great.
wow.
Disappointed?
Wait,
yeah.
they weren't that hot or they were? You're saying they weren't that
They
hot?
weren't our type.
They weren't. Yeah, they were not my type.
She's saying they were disappointed by
Yeah, I
the
see,
selection
I
of the
see.
guys
So-
they had to date
Yeah.
Okay,
versus.
so when like how we were presented to them, we walked, and that main intro with the bikini and stuff like that.
That was like a blind reaction.
It was a blind reaction. And then, so we got to the grass, and then they got with their partners and sat down in those cabanas.
Also, so fucking awkward. It was like the whole scene is filmed in silence. And so you just hear us like walking, and then like the couples are just like whispering about us. Like,
and we were strapped
so bad.
with
And we're
mics.
just trying to see what they look like.
That day, windy, so hot, so hot. We were there for hours. My makeup was like melting off my face. Like, I was like
give me a hairbrush. I watched it back, and I'm like, who didn't tell me to brush my hair?
We didn't eat because we were in bikinis, and like we were trying to like, you know, be slay. And oh my god, that for me, that was the most stressful day.
So what about the guys like wasn't your type or you didn't find attractive?
They just like weren't like my cup of tea. Like, if I saw them at a bar and we kept saying
I'd
this,
let them buy me a drink, but then I'd walk away. That's what they like.
Like, because they weren't attractive, or were they like, oh, they were short, or their body wasn't good, or like, what about them?
I did not find them attractive.
So there's ugly guys. Like middle of the pack, like
like I just was like,
just average.
For a Netflix show, like,
no offense.
Y'all look like,
yeah,
you know, like y'all look like
but
that.
like we also had to think like what couple would sign up to do this. It's not gonna be like
sexy
people. It's gonna be like little weirdos.
You're
no
right.
offense.
Yeah. This is you're right. Not normal people. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
would you? Okay. I haven't watched the finale. I don't know. But
fake.
Yeah. What episode did you watch to?
None of them.
Any? Okay.
Well, there was no time between the whole show dropping.
Booked and busy. Okay.
Before the show dropping, Olivia was here, so then we shot the episode with her.
Before.
And then
yeah,
it was like like it was the night of.
Oh.
And then
so she couldn't say anything to you guys probably.
She didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then and so her episode is coming out on Sunday, and then we had you guys come in, so like we don't really like we're you know, despite what people think that, you know, some people are bored and can't go on reality shows, we got shit to do. So we're busy. couldn't watch 10 episodes of a Netflix show in 2 days. But nonetheless,
my friends did. All I hear is excuses.
Yeah, we binged it and flew to LA, had a watch party. There's a lot in, but go off.
Did this?
If I have a McDonald's day, I'm definitely gonna watch it. You know,
like play it in the background.
Yeah.
No, I'm kind of excited to see it. I feel like hearing all
If you had
this.
the login,
great.
It's not a background show.
You're right.
Yeah.
But if you're booked
Lock
and busy
in.
like this guy,
I am fairly disappointed because I wanted to see the show so I could like come up with, you know, certain questions where then I have knowledge of. But then since I don't, point being that tell me did any of the couples end up with somebody else on the show?
Did any of the couples?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they did.
But
Two.
Two. Because remember, we're thinking the villas.
Weren't you guys on the show?
yeah.
What do you, okay.
Two.
It was messy. At the end, I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Okay,
Two.
so like one or two doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah.
Two.
Do you when you think of these people, do you think that their partners were better than the person they ended up choosing?
I think Kay's better than
Tyler.
one. Yeah,
Taylor.
Taylor.
Kay was better than Taylor.
Yeah.
Tyler is what? Tyler is the couple.
Yeah.
Tyler and Taylor.
Kay's our like best friend. Like.
I'm sorry, Tyler and Taylor are the couple.
Yes.
Okay.
And Kay was one of the single girls who's like our best friend.
Yeah, Kay. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which
So-
they edited that out completely.
Are
that
you
we were friends with
biased?
her.
Are you biased towards the
No,
fact that
I actually
Taylor-
don't know his. I'm just like everyone else when it comes to the girls' house. Like I never met them. So I just watched what?
You're biased?
Yeah, I'm biased. I like Kay better because I know Kay.
I know, but so do I. But I don't think there's like some bias.
Oh,
I think Kay was better.
Because
I think she overall is such a good person, and she never talked bad about Taylor.
yeah, but Taylor was.
But then Taylor was going out after her looks,
Yeah.
and like Kay never did that.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good quality to have to like be the better person and not, especially like looks. That's like a low blow.
Yeah.
Like to not talk about someone directly like
And she's
that.
30. Like she and Kate, how old is Kate? Like 25? Like, I don't like, she needs 25. To mature up a bit. Like
30, you're on the dom.
30.
The
Happy birthday, by the way. Happy 34th birthday, by the way.
Shout out to this guy. Happy birthday.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for guys.
But like her character and her quality as a person.
Yeah. Muscle mommy, though.
Muscle mommy.
When you guys watch it, look at her biceps. I would not want to fight this girl. She would actually kill me.
Were there any moments, which I'm assuming the answer to this question is yes, but I want you to be more specific. Were there any moments when you were there where you asked yourself, well, what the fuck am I doing here?
Oh my God, every day.
Every day.
Yeah. No, I would like de-mic and like, they'd be like, can you stop doing that?
Take a deep breath.
No.
But why was that happening to you though?
It was just like, at a certain point, it's just not fun anymore because like I would talk to the girls and stuff, and then like once, maybe the second day, honestly, third day, I was like, I don't like these guys. Like, they're not my cup of tea, and there's no one else is coming in. This is it. Like, this is all we have. So I'm like, nothing's gonna change. Like, every day I'm gonna wake up at 7 a.m. I'm gonna drink tequila, like twerk or something, like, and then
give body,
and then go to bed. And so I'm like, this is just so monotonous at this point. And then so I'm like, what am I doing here? So I had like a conversation with like Amaya, who actually made it to the end, but like she wanted to go home because she's super religious, and so she was like, I'm like questioning like my faith being here, like, you know what I mean, like on Temptation Island.
She was calling God. And like,
so we like de-mic'd and we had such a long talk, and I'm like, I want to go home, and she's like, I want to go home too. But I think like everyone at some point, if you weren't like talking to the guys, because very early on they kind of just like booed the fuck up and then like didn't have their heads turned or anything. So like that was set pretty early on that like we weren't gonna go on dates or like do anything with these men. So I'm like,
I begged some of the guys, I'm like, please like eliminate me. Like
said no.
They were like, no. And I'm like, suffer. No, like I wanted to. So she leaves, she gets eliminated.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then I was like, that was my bitch. And I'm like, oh, like, can I do this? And then like, I was like, I don't think I could do this. I was like, please eliminate me. Like,
no, because were you so bored? Like,
I was so bored, and it's just very mundane.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not going on dates. No one's like interested to get to know me.
There's only so much you can talk about with these guys if you're not doing anything new with them. It's just like, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
Like in 7 different ways.
So
like,
I was like, okay, so like, how drunk can I get on the show?
New
like,
challenge.
Self
challenges.
Yeah, like mentally.
When will they stop me?
But the Daria was like,
oh my God, shout out Daria.
Shout out Daria. Oh my God, that girl was
so well.
A blast in a glass. Like she was like the alcoholic on the show.
Yeah.
But that's my girl. I love her. She just does not care, and it just gets so obliterated. Yeah. And it's just like a wild card. But I love that for her. Like she just like goes.
We would have gotten she took my bed when I got eliminated. She came in, so it's kind of like they passed the torch to the
passing of the torch.
The alcoholic. When did she get eliminated?
4 days after.
The boys weren't fucking with her.
Bed. Anyone who's
bed, it wasn't your fault. It was the bed.
It's the bed. Like, you drink a lot and you get booted off like immediately. It's the bed. Yeah. Bad juju.
It sounds like you got eliminated because you just simply did not give a fuck. You were like these.
Should I say the Tyler thing that they didn't show?
Yes.
What I did.
Tell us the things that they didn't show.
Okay. So.
Bring it on, girl.
Okay. Basically, on the show, they kind of edited it. I was like, they made me look like a fucking loser, like no friends. Because in my speech, watch it. It's pretty iconic. Because I just like talk about, I'm like, I don't like any of you guys, and I came here for margaritas and whatever. But in real life, they like edit out my speech because I'm like, and I love my girls. They edit that out, and then they edit out any interaction I had with anyone, like any girl. I'm like, I look like a loser, like. And then they put in a clip of me holding like Kay's notebook when everyone's dancing, so it just looks like I have a notebook while everyone's dancing. Like, I'm like, why? Who's like plotting for my downfall? Like, they're twerking, having fun, and I'm like holding a notebook, looking scared. But okay, pretty much. I was best friends. They made
Reba look like a lunatic.
Yeah, I was Reba's an obvious choice for all of us. It's the bitch holding the notebook while everyone's dancing. Like, right. But, okay, pretty much Kay.
Nerd.
Who's the, dork.
Nerd.
Dork. Literally. But pretty much Kay, she's the one that left with Tyler. I became, like, best friends with her, like, very early on. Like, that was my ride or die. So basically, context with Tyler, he was married, like, very early, like 18. And his ex-wife left him for a woman. And then he jumped into this, like, other relationship, whatever, like, yada, yada. So pretty much, like, me and Kay were so close. Like, when she wasn't with Tyler, she was with me. And then I started hearing that he was telling everyone that he was threatened by me and Kay's relationship because it's reminding him of his marriage.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, and it's crazy because I actually gave this guy my bracelet, but he was like, he was scared that I was, like, taking his girl. And I'm like, are you kidding? I'm like, you could talk to me too, like, please. And then
I'm also blonde.
I'm also a single, like, but he was telling people that, like, he was like, he thinks that me and Kay have
Something going on.
like a stronger emotional connection than him and her do. And it was just, like, little things. This is alleged, by the way. This is word of mouth.
Uh-huh.
But it adds up to me, like, but there's just, like, moments, like, I don't know, they were playing Twister or something. See, weird shit. And then, Kay was like, Reba, come down here. And then when I went down there, she's like, when I said that, Tyler just said, like, we don't need her here. And I'm like, so it wasn't even like, this girl's doing nothing. It kind of felt more like,
We hate her.
we hate her. Like, not just nothing, like, an actual dislike for me.
They booted my girl off the show.
Yeah, they booted. And then, like, Nikki asked, like, they show a clip of me. Oh my God, I was fucking dying at this clip. They show, like, when they're talking about the elimination, they were like, Tyler was like, I'm more interested in getting rid of the individuals that are doing nothing. And then it's just dramatic music and it cuts to me, like, laughing. And I'm like, why are they doing this to me? Loser. And then, but, like, I knew it was elimination. They didn't say elimination was coming, but, like, I did my confessional that morning and I'm like, I fear it's elimination and I know Tyler's gonna, like, actively try to send me home. And then Nikki asked him, like, if, like, tonight's elimination, like, who are you gonna send home? And he was like, Reba. So, like, it was, like, an active thing, but that's, like, a whole storyline that they, like, cut out completely. And since they didn't show that storyline, like, part of that, they just cut out me and Kay's, like, friendship completely too.
That would have been a great storyline.
I think it's better than what they
Imagine
showed.
you steal the girl
woman,
away.
yeah, like,
that would
who's
be
the real,
crazy.
the baddest bitch, the one that takes
Period.
That would be insane. That would be a whole plot twist.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'm like, put that in. Write that
Creative
down.
direction.
Yeah, creative. I have notes.
What a twist.
Yeah, what a twist. But yeah, they edited out so much. I don't even know. I skipped over a lot of parts. Like,
Yeah, I just only was there to see me, and then that was it.
Uh-huh.
You know?
yeah,
Okay, let's what's the religious girl's name?
Amaya.
yeah,
Amaya.
yeah.
Amaya. What was going on with her? She was one of the contestants as well.
Yeah.
And what was she saying?
Well, she's super sweet girl. I love
Yeah.
her. She's so bubbly, so personable. Like, she's amazing.
Outfits are tea.
Outfits are tea. Body's tea.
Yeah, body is tea. Ass
Body.
is fat.
What the fuck are you? What language are you speaking? What?
Gen Z, babe.
It's
Gen
the Gen
Z.
Z.
And
And it's like,
Big
this is our
words, yeah,
TikTok,
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
brain.
we're
Like,
brain
huh?
rot. We're so brain
My Shayla.
Yeah.
But that was actually, like, my Shayla. I loved her. But very religious, and she got paired
with
with
Breon.
Breon.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Who's the villain of the show.
Because he was obsessed with threesomes.
Yeah. He was ready to give it his all. The
yeah.
second he stepped into her villa, he's like, I'm ready to cheat.
Yep.
Like,
It's like,
we're
which
like,
two?
but babe, like, don't
Not
make
one,
it that
two.
obvious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Threesomes were had. Yeah.
Oh, really? It happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
Of course.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. People put in work. It
I feel
wasn't
like
us.
this guy played the game right. You know what I mean?
No. He's getting so much hate right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But he had a threesome, so that's
He's
pretty
like-
sick.
Right.
Yeah,
you
pretty sick,
you
you know.
signed, this is what you signed up for.
Yeah.
I like don't feel bad because
No.
it's like you own up you own up to your actions. Like, you're a human being and you're an adult. Like,
but
you
some
know
people
what you're doing.
like being the villain. Like they say they don't. Like, I get so much hate, but like, nah,
I
you
think you
like
should enjoy it. Yeah, if that's how they made it up, then go for it. Run with it. Like, you know,
but I think his girl is getting like the most hate because she took him back at the end.
Oh,
Spoiler alert. Yeah, she took him back. So everyone's like, girl,
I'm
stand
sure.
up.
Yeah,
and like
that.
there's a
like,
scene where she's
which is
crying in the
ironic
bush.
and like not really fair, but that does happen where it's like, wait, you were kind of the victim, but you're still getting like raped,
but even
you know?
even the boys in the other villa, the single boys, they were telling her every day, Brian's a bad guy. Like, do not get back with him. Don't get back with him. And it just never like got through her. Yeah.
Some people think with their heart, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like,
but unfortunately,
at what point? Like, how many times do you have to get disrespected, and how many times do you have to get insulted?
Yeah. Because her point was like, he would never do this in real life. I'm like, babe, I fear this is reality right now. Like,
yeah, like this is
reality.
You're
TV,
taking this
life.
with you into the real world. Yeah. And it just nothing
and that's
ever
the
got
thing
through.
too. Like, if you're not cheating, it's either because A, you're against cheating like morally, or B, you just see no reason to cheat because you're in like a great relationship or whatever. But the problem with B is it means they could cheat at any moment if the relationship gets bad. Where it's like, okay, if he's cheating on the show, that means he's not morally really against cheating, which means like, even if you take him back and it's the real world
but like
now,
okay with it. He was okay with it, and I remember having this conversation that it was more of like a control thing, like a power thing. Like he knew his Shantae was never gonna cheat on him. So knowing that, obviously, like you're like, but I could cheat, and I know she will always take me back.
He said that.
So that's why it's like, I'm okay with it. Like, I'll do it because I know she will always take me back. Yeah.
So Shantae didn't cheat on him and saw him cheating on the other side, and like she never did anything.
No,
but
she
then
just like cried in a bush. I don't know what was
like she,
like it was so weird. She like walked into a bush and was like,
she was very emotional and like,
but not emotional enough.
I would be
Yeah.
Oh my god.
God.
Be swinging.
Montoya.
We'll take this is gonna be Bad Girls Club. Like,
Yeah.
if I see my man cheat, like
That's
it's over. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I disrespected once, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't handle
She
disrespect.
didn't give a
I agree.
reaction.
I'm the same.
Yeah. You only have one chance with me. Like, done.
Yeah.
So
okay, so okay, how does the religious girl fit into Amara, into all this?
Amaya.
Amaya.
So it, because also Brian's religious as well. They formed a connection, and because she's also really fun, really bubbly. Like,
But
that's
Brianna is the threesome guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he's
Crazy
religious.
pairing,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and
Well,
then,
yeah, there's a whole line that Angel said about him being religious. And
yeah,
he like
how are you
contradicts
religious?
himself because he's
I mean, the
obsessed with
irony
threesomes.
is wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's very different to him. So he, you know, like she's a very pure soul. So like
Yeah.
he's attracted to that. So obviously it's almost like, I guess he was trying to like corrupt her or something. And she's a beautiful girl. So it's like, you know, you get attracted to that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then obviously Amaya stands on the
Yeah.
Bible, not business, the Bible.
Yeah.
So yeah, like she
I mean,
never
there was a
faltered.
point even like he asked, I think in the show it only showed him asking Amaya on a date, and she was like no after the threesome, and like he crashed out and everything. But like, didn't he ask like everyone on a date and everyone said no?
Yeah, we all said no.
Yeah.
So what, the one opportunity you had on a date you said no to?
At this
Were
point,
you included on? Did he ask you?
yeah.
He's
At
like,
this
anyone.
point, I was like so fed up. I was like, don't really care to go on a date. Like, I'm not that like desperate.
No.
And especially if you like saw me and you weren't attracted to me, and then towards the end, like you were gonna give me an opportunity for a date just because, like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good.
He went on it alone, right?
Yeah, he
like,
went on the date alone. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm not your second, third, fourth,
No.
fifth
You
don't
option.
wanna be
No,
a
it would be
pity.
embarrassing.
I'm not
if
a
you said
I'm
yes.
not a pity
No,
option.
imagine saying yes after everyone else said no. All the other girls would be like,
What the hell?
what's the
I'm
point?
not that desperate to go on a
Yeah.
date. Like, on that
No.
one opportunity, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. there's just like so much going on. I have like thoughts just like blowing up my mind. If you guys were in committed relationships, which I'm assuming you have been in the past.
It's been a while.
Yep.
which we'll get to. There's like so much I want to cover. Would you, if you had gone on this show, would you have?
As a couple.
Yeah, like with your like let's pick like one of your ex-boyfriends or something.
Shout out Dante.
Would you have cheated, or do you think that you would have stayed faithful?
I think if we got to the point that we're going on Temptation Island,
it's over. The relationship is over.
I think it's over as soon as you go on the show.
You want to cheat. Like this is like you want to get there and obviously use this experience to meet other people, but you're going to cheat. Like I just know I'm thinking about my ex-boyfriends.
I wouldn't fuck on TV.
First of all,
like that's why I got sent home.
Yeah.
But like,
well, it does get to the point of like, okay, if you're trying to like save your relationship, like you thought like, let's go to like, instead of like relationship counseling, let's go on reality.
Let's go to Mark Wahlberg.
That's
TV's
definitely
Mark
gonna work.
Wahlberg. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was Mark Wahlberg, daddy. Shout out. But he was an amazing, like he's like
good.
a therapist.
Yeah.
He gives the most amazing advice.
He seems like he would.
He's amazing. Like when I would speak to him and he would speak to the couples and stuff like that, there's a lot that wasn't shown on camera. Like he gives the most thoughtful and like advice ever.
Yeah.
So, but like still like the option that let's go on an island and like let's just cheat on each other and to see if we still got it. Like what? Like no, it's done.
No.
Like I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't threaten my relationship.
No way.
At all. No, it's done. Which is crazy. Because couples, they have Brianna and John Terra together.
Like, hey, to make like for that to happen to strengthen the relationship. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you think Brian? His name is Brian.
Yeah.
Brings to the table that is creating this attachment and this sort of loyalty on Shantae's end.
Like what attracts her to stay?
He must swing the dick really good because like
right. I mean, probably I don't know, but probably. But like attractive. He's tall. In finance, like
I
very
think he gives like I don't know.
Manly.
He had, but also like I feel like she's probably like I can fix him and like he can get better. So I think she has this like weird emotional attachment to him,
right? That
like he'll change
for me
because he must have been like good in the beginning with her, and then he's just like he wants threesomes now, and she's like I'll get him back. Like so
One
like
day.
I don't know because he had like a tough childhood growing up and stuff. So she probably says to everyone else like he's a really good guy, like you just don't know him as well as I do.
Yeah,
which I'm pretty sure she did say that to people.
Yeah but it's like it just doesn't change. Like you can't hold on to the fact that he might be a better person. He might people don't change unless they want to.
She actually seemed like she was dragged on the show. Like she seemed like she did not want to be there at all. So
she essentially is sort of waiting for this hopeful change that essentially is never going to come. How are you going to handle criticism and potential sort of negative comments when people call you?
It's crazy because we did like a coping course for like hate comments and like
before the show came out. We were all in a Zoom session and
literally his advice was like breathe.
The advice was just so
like take a breath.
Thanks, bro.
They're like wake up early in the morning, meditate, and we're like, this is like advice
someone calling
that
me
I would
ugly
tell
on
myself.
Instagram. I'm not gonna meditate about it. Like,
right.
Like I'm coming back at you, bro.
Just know I'm meditating right now. Like,
like it's just like you just don't look. You don't
just
look
have
at
to
the hateful comments.
No, because we both have gone like viral on like TikTok before, and like I've gotten like
I got so much hate on this other like viral show that I did, and so much hate because I'm a very blunt person, and I know what I like. So like it was just like this girl is fatherless, like this girl is this, that, like
you just have to log off,
right? And I'm ugly, and I'm like honestly like. If this wasn't happening to me, like, I don't really care. bring on the hate comments. It doesn't really take a toll on me. I just don't look at it. Like cyberbullying isn't real. You just don't look at it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. The reality is, I've never known a single successful person who comments on Instagram.
Think of
like I've never dude, this guy's a millionaire and he's just fucking just in his basement.
Right.
No, like think of any of your normal friends. Have they ever left a hate comment on someone's video? Like,
no, I mean, that's the thing. And the reality is, if anything, all that's going to do is boost your... Have you heard of rage bait for social media?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, all that's going to do is boost the algorithm up for you. So, like, it's only going to
bring it on, freaks.
Bring it on.
You dirty freaks.
Yeah, like it doesn't, like, you know, any attention is attention.
There's people that hire agencies to intentionally post negative, controversial things in their posts to get them to go viral. Like, that's a thing.
Really?
Yeah. So you should be like, oh my god,
that's a sick job. Just hating and getting paid. That's sick.
Yeah.
True, I'd love to be that person.
Sign me up.
Do you guys think that does the presence of tempting scenarios artificially in this setup actually test people's bonds, or do you think this is realistic in real life, like the way that the show sort of created this artificial temptation essentially?
Yeah, everything that we did was real. Like the tempting wise, like, yeah, because it's like you pretend the cameras are not there, and then after a while, like, it's like this is how you're interacting. And yeah, that's if they wanted to cheat, it doesn't matter where, like, you are, what location, like, you're gonna do it regardless.
It is a good, like, test of their character in, like, real life, because, like, if this was, like, real life, it would be like if I send my man to, like, a bar and I sent 12 girls, like, one at a time to go ask him for his number, like, it depends, like, would he crack or not? So, like, that is, like, in the show, it's like 12 girls go up to you, like, are you gonna crack or not? So, like, I think it is, like, a good testament to how they would, like, respond in real life, because if they cheated on the show,
but the bizarre thing is, like, it's like cheating, but there's 100% chance you're gonna get caught cheating.
Yeah,
like, it's like if you're about to rob a store and there's, like, a cop standing right behind you and you're just like, fuck it, I'm still gonna rob the store. Like,
no,
it's like crazy.
But it's Temptation Island. They're like, yo, like, to us, they're like, make them cheat. Like, there's an initiative, make them cheat. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of like you're coming to the island, bad things are happening. You know that. Yeah.
Did you guys come in thinking of, like, what your strategy was going to be to make the guys cheat? You know what I mean? Like, okay,
so I wanted to find, like, a partner, right? And then I came there and then I saw them and I'm like,
chat, we're still single.
Chat, we're still single, and I fear I'm leaving single, and let's get to the cheating. Like, you know, so, like.
But I don't understand though. Like, the mentality that you wanted to find a partner, wouldn't that, like the fact that these guys were gonna cheat on their partners in order to be with you, wouldn't that be a red flag to begin with?
I think so.
I attract red flags, so whatever. It's another day for me.
Cheat on me in real life, I might as well just skip right to it.
Yeah. So, like, but I thought I was gonna actually, like, find someone, and the second I saw them, I'm like, no. Nah. This ain't happening.
Wait, but what? Like, you keep saying that, but, like, what? They just, like, what is your type versus what the type was on the show?
Okay, so my type is, like, Jacob Elordi or, like, a Habibi, like, tall, like, brunette. I love, like, an exotic man, maybe an accent. Love a good accent.
Yeah, she loves British people.
I love the British people. But it's just was like
these were just normal dudes.
Dudes.
Normal American white boy.
Right.
You need some spice.
I needed some spice. Yeah. And
you like a manly man. These guys
love also older. I love an older man.
She does.
And, like,
34.
Like daddies.
34
like,
is the
where's
best
the
age,
mid 30s and 40s guys, but not there. And I'm like,
How old were these guys? Like, in their 20s?
20s, early 30s.
I think 28 was the oldest one.
No, I heard 28 is a cutoff for reality. Like, they literally won't even look at you if you're over 28.
Wait.
Good buddy.
Golden Bachelor.
Shauna. Her name is Shauna? Shantae?
Shantae.
I'm like, who are you even talking about?
The 30. Who's 30 years old? One of the girls you said she's 30.
Taylor is 30.
That's true.
She's 30 now. She was 29.
She's older than the boyfriend.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So then, was yours the same thing? You like the more like exotic?
No, I love like a pretty fruity boy. They like, I don't know. They were sensitive, but their ego was just too big for me. And like, they're just not my type either. Like,
did any of the guys not cheat?
yeah,
Yeah.
Lino.
Yeah. Lino. Yeah.
Lino stayed loyal.
Lino.
Yeah.
Lino is the guy who wanted you out.
I mean, it's the clip. Tyler's the one that actively wanted me out.
Got it.
But Lino was the one shown in the clip that was like, Reba's the obvious one.
I chose Lino. I put the bracelet on Lino.
But it was like, you were fucked from the beginning because he knew, like, he got engaged at the end.
He wanted to get married, and I had no idea that was his prerogative until somebody was like, yeah, like he's gonna get married to Alexa, and I was like, chat.
Yeah, like we were barking up the wrong tree.
No, I chose the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was, out of all the boys, I was mostly attracted to him because I'm like, okay, brunette, Italian, like he's fine. He's a good looking guy. And then I got to talk to him, and it was more of like he's looking for like just to have a friend, and I'm like,
yeah. At one point,
like,
he's
this
like,
isn't.
let's like, I'm just gonna take everyone on a friend date, and we're like,
Yeah, and I was like, oh, like I chose the wrong person.
Yeah.
So Lino essentially got everything thrown at him and ended up coming on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
He
and-
probably looks the best out of all the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. And do you think that the girls tried even harder because of how he looked and the fact that nobody was able to get him? Or do you think like girls after like the first or second they'd stop trying because they thought
I'm not. The girls were trying.
Yeah.
I was trying.
The girl in question.
The girl in question. Yeah, I was trying, and it was like, you know, like trying to get him like fucked up and like, you know, like, we're gonna have a good time, like, and like he just wasn't budging, and I'm like, God, like this is not gonna work out.
He did like one girl, like Alex.
He liked Alex.
Like you could tell, like he liked her.
Yeah.
But she didn't like him. She liked Brianne.
Yeah.
So
you know,
that sucks for him.
You're always chasing someone that doesn't like.
Yeah.
you.
Right.
The universe just didn't want it to happen.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Okay. let's talk about your relationship history real quick. That is it seems like you have the most traumatic experience so far, so we'll start with you.
Yeah, situationships. So my last relationship, okay, we're in 2025. It was 2022. I think 3 years ago.
We weren't there, so I'm not sure.
3 years ago. I'm trying to do the math. 4 years ago. That
was your last.
That was my last.
2022 and
With the
2025 would be 3. So yeah.
With the Brit.
With the Brit.
Yeah. Fuck that man. Yeah.
Oh, that's a story as well.
You weren't even there.
No, she was.
Yeah, but
no,
I know.
She
it's
was
like
there.
I was.
No, but she was there.
Yeah.
But I have him blocked on everything.
Yeah.
I don't
Why is
talk to
that?
him.
What happened?
Because.
Well, oh my God.
Oh my
well,
God.
honestly, I don't believe in becoming friends with your ex after you date.
Yeah.
I think there's always, I don't know how people do it. I think
a lot of my exes.
I'm
Really?
not. I'm not.
Red flag.
I don't talk to.
Red flag. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
There's because
kind
this
person,
is, but this is my
You can
thing
be
though.
kind to people,
Yeah.
but not everyone.
Right.
Well, you build this whole relationship with somebody just to want to throw it out in the backyard, you know?
But this is my thing though.
But yeah,
okay,
go with
so
your story, go with your story.
you're friends with your ex and they're dating a new person, there's always gonna be like a little like just feeling that you wish they break up. Always. There's always gonna be that feeling. And that's like a monitoring spirit, like that I don't want. We had an experience, great. It didn't work out, okay, but leave me alone. We're not talking and we're done. Yeah, that was a great point of my life that we were together. We shared
Maybe
so
like
much.
5 years, I could be friends with them. Like if we didn't speak for like 5 years.
I'm not even
No?
then. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Like you're done. So I'm not friends with any of my exes. And they're happily doing their lives and I'm happy doing mine.
But sometimes it's nice, like you get in a breakup, you're still friends with one of
No.
your exes, then you start seeing each other again. It's kind of fun.
No, not at all. I guess the guys that I dated were
They're
like
evil. They are
they're
diabolical.
evil.
Men.
They're narcissists.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Except for one guy, but that was like back in like high school.
Yeah.
All of them
The
were
city
narcissists.
boys.
They're not. See, Gen Z makes up words. Like when I was growing up, we just called them assholes who are liars. You guys are like, this narcissist sociopath was gaslighting me. Like you guys are acting like these guys are a PhD in psychology and they're like puppeteering
But that's what
your
they
mind
did,
or
though.
something.
That's what happened to me. Like we had such a great relationship. Me and I don't
Brit.
even say
Just
his
call him
name.
Brit.
Me and Brit, and it just I don't know. Like it just started getting worse and worse, and I think his friends were talking too much into his ear, like, and then we just started getting really toxic and fighting all the time, and then to the point where it was like it was the hardest decision I ever had to do in my life because I thought I was gonna marry this guy, and I was young, he was older, and it was kind of unfair because he lived his life. He got to do everything, and then he wanted to really like settle down, and I was still exploring myself. I still was like, there's so much more to life than being in this relationship. So I had to break up with him, and it was the hardest decision of my life because I loved him, and then I like remembered that breakup was so brutal to me. Like I wasn't well, and then fast forward I didn't talk to him for like a year, and then we started like slowly like reaching out through Instagram, whatever. No, 2 years. So Instagram, then we were in talking to maybe we should get back together, whatever, because I still didn't find anybody like that I connected with so fast. I met this guy, a week later we started dating. Like that's how quick, and that's how I knew I wanted to be with this guy. And then he hit you up. He hit you up.
No way.
Yeah.
So basically, Mel, when we went out one night, like Mel in her diabolical mood, she lost her phone at the club, but she was gonna find a way to drunk call her exes. So
one thing about me is that an ex hates the season call 20 times.
Yeah. So she took my phone, and then called maybe like 3 guys from my Instagram 20 times. And then like
just a normal Friday night for me.
Then you left, and I'm like, great, now they're gonna think I'm crazy. Like it looks like it's from me. So basically this guy, the Brit, messaged me, and he's like, was that my ex that called?
Yeah, were you
he
hanging
knew
out
too, which is crazy. And I was like, yeah, haha. And then he was like, that's too bad, like I wish it was you calling me. And then blocked.
Is she
and I told you because I wasn't sure if I should tell you, because I'm like, I'm not gonna do, like, we're both such girls, like I wasn't gonna do anything about it, like that would have been like it, but I wasn't sure if I would hurt you more telling you or hurt you like not telling you.
No, you gotta tell.
Yeah,
I know, and I did.
Yeah.
She did, and
we were at work. I was like,
oh my god. That was awful. I'm like in mid shift, and I saw red. I was like,
oh my god.
I literally, the world stopped, and then I saw red. She blocks him. And then I sent the meanest message you could ever say to someone, like the meanest message. It delivered. He saw it. I blocked him off everything. That's it. You never, like, that's it.
He loves a mean message in a block. Yeah.
I said what I said, and it was really mean. But you literally come after my friend after you tell me you love me and like all the experiences that we shared together, and that you potentially want to date me, and you're hitting on my friend.
Yeah.
I was like, we're done.
That's pretty wild.
It's
like
fucked.
he knew that you're gonna find out potentially.
And it's like probably why he did it. Like he
for a
wanted
dig,
to,
for a dig. Yeah.
he
And I
wanted to
was
dig at
like,
you.
you're never gonna have access to me ever again.
No.
And guess what? You're gonna be seeing me forever. That's like
we're on a
mic
Times
drop.
Square billboard. Look up.
Like you are going to be talking about me to every ex that you ever had.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Okay. How long were you guys together?
He's feeling the heat. We were together for about a year. I've never surpassed more than a year with any of my boyfriends. I think the year mark that scares me is like when I know I want to stay with you or not.
I've never made it past 6 months. Babe.
Okay. Mel, I'm gonna say something before I continue with the line of questioning. Okay. I think you're great.
Oh, thank you.
I think you're a lovely person as a human being. But you clearly have okay. the following
Mark Wahlberg.
is not to dig at you. I'm not trying to disrespect you.
No,
or
give it.
anything.
Give it.
Say it with your chest.
No, give it. I appreciate hard love. Give it to me.
I think at one point, and this kind of across the board, a lot of people have this issue where they might, and you might know this already, might not realize that they are the problem and not everybody else. And it seems then, and again, I don't know enough about you to make this judgment. However, based upon the very little information you have given so far, it sounds like either you're picking up trash along the way more so than you are going to Whole Foods to purchase food.
Right.
Or you are the trash can.
Chat. Like and comment. Am I the trash can? Okay, so no, well, I appreciate you like putting me in my place. Like I like that.
Suck.
Yeah, because it shows that you care, right? Right?
I don't know about
But-
that.
Of course.
Right.
Somebody, does he give a fuck?
But yeah, even my brother was like, you are a really hard person to date. And I know that. And I'm working on that. And like my next future relationship, who knows?
I will say, I think your problem is like,
Guys, this is come at
you're
Mel.
like-
This is
you
like my
say something
therapist
mean
session.
next.
Okay, yeah. I got one lined
this
up.
is
Don't
nice.
worry.
Well, your problem is your taste in men is garbage. Like, you know what they're like, and yet you still pursue. I do the same thing. That's why we're best friends, because we're like, next week, we're like, how's your situationship? Over? Same. Like,
Roster.
yeah.
Well, here's the reality. The reality is, okay, like you've said, you kind of agreed with it. Like, oh, every guy I date is a narcissist, or like 9 out of 10 is a narcissist. Narcissism is like 1% of the population, which means there's something about you that is attracted to narcissistic guys. And maybe you don't like narcissists, but there's something about
I grew up with I
know?
grew up with one.
Okay.
My father was a narcissist.
So it's
is
pattern.
a narcissist.
It's a pattern.
It's a pattern.
A comfortability with a pattern.
I
a certain
love
pattern.
a very confident man that controls the room.
And like hard to get. Like,
And
because you want to like
right.
get them to see you like they see themselves. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So it's attractive to be like,
Yeah,
you like
because
me?
my dad narcissist. So like they have
Yeah.
that thing. It's like you go for someone that's like your father.
Yeah.
So I respect confidence, but to a point where it's like
Too
I
much.
remember all my friends were like, "Why are you going for these guys?
Yeah.
Like
No,
they're
same.
assholes." And I'm like, and I don't see it, but I still deal with it.
Yeah. I see it and I still deal with it.
And
You
I
see it, but you were like, oh,
I don't. I'm
kinda
like I can
it.
change him.
I
I'm like
see, I see.
Shantae.
like I
damn.
could like I'm like we're on the same level.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
yeah. You just want them to like want you, and they're like hard to get, and like they're so good at like breadcrumbing you, like giving you enough attention, and then like pulling away because they don't really give a fuck. But then you just think that one day they will, but they won't.
Every girl's dream, I think, is to find a fuckboy and then turn them into
Exactly.
the soulmate.
Yeah.
Where they only have eyes for you.
Yeah. But that doesn't happen. Like taxi cab theory is real. You know what that is?
No.
It's
explain.
like as soon as like a guy's like when the taxi light is off, like they're not gonna date anyone, and like even if it's like the perfect girl for him, like they won't date them. But as soon as that taxi cab like turns on, like they'll just marry like the next person that they
whoever
date.
is conveniently
Yeah.
at their time,
Yeah.
and they're
So,
like,
like,
I'm ready to settle
I
down.
You
agree
can't
with that,
you
actually.
can't fuck a like you can't settle down with a fuckboy until their taxi cab theory's on. Like if it's off, it's off. They don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Like so.
Yeah.
Well, I think the reality is, okay, like, for girls, right? Like, you guys could, like, pull 100 dudes a night if you wanted to. It'd be very easy. Just go to the club.
True.
And literally just, like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Blue.
you could, like, blink at a guy and, like, have sex with him if you wanted to, right? For guys, it takes, like, a lot of, like, people don't realize this, but, like, to be a good professional fuckboy takes a lot of energy and, like, hard work ethic. You know, you have to gaslight all the time. You have to get multiple phone plans. Like, it's annoying. It's like a hassle.
Actually, respectful.
Not that I would know about that, but like for all the other guys out there.
Read his book, How to Be a Fuckboy 101.
3 easy steps. So for guys, it's like if you've developed a skill set, to get hot chicks, which is like a really hard skill set to develop.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just going to use it once. Like, imagine you, like, built, like, the most amazing car from scratch and you, like, fucking took you, like, years to build this car. You're not just going to, like, drive it once and be like, all right, I'm done with this car. And, you know, you're going to use it, like, multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but, like,
but it's
that's
hard work.
But
Okay?
that's how it is. Like,
Yeah.
if you mastered the game, you're going to play it all the time.
Yeah.
And, like, some of these guys, like, you like guys who have money too, so it's like in their 20s.
Did you say that even, or did he just call
It's just like that's
I
you
think
know.
your
I
exact
don't even
words
have to
would, I
say
would
it.
never
Yeah.
date a broke dude. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would never do a
Yeah.
broke
I don't
dude.
blame you. I don't blame you. I
Yeah.
got to argue with my mom about this actually.
Well, what's your mom's calling you broke?
No. So I'm from
It's your own
Wisconsin,
blood.
right?
Okay.
My mom's very like religious and like blah blah blah. So she's like, Zach, in LA, you're always dating these like actresses or like models. Like, you should date a girl with a good personality. And so I was like, okay, Mom, does there exist beautiful girls with good personalities, and there exist ugly girls with good personalities?
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course I want the beautiful girl with the good personality. Like, 2 + 2 is 4, like, right?
Yeah.
And then the same way, like, there are like really good guys who are super rich, and there's like guys who are like really good guys, but like you're gonna be eating at Wendy's the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, between these two options, of course you're gonna want the rich guy, like if you can get that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it makes sense to me.
And
You know,
they're
I don't
always and that rich guy will always choose like the most beautiful woman, like
Yeah, that's
because
just-
he
Yeah.
has that access to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus especially in the city that we live in, it's very materialistic. It's very like you want that rich guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so like for me those standards have always been high because it's like I know what I could get and I am rich myself. So I want that level of like ambition and power so that we would both level up together. So that's why like rich guys, like I get attracted because the ambition, the power that they have, like it's hot to me. Like a broke man just could never. Like we just don't share the same work ethic or we don't share the same mentality because I want everything in the world.
And the thing too, it's like, okay, there's like rich fuckboys and broke fuckboys. It's like if you're gonna get fucked over anyway,
That's
like
what
get
I was-
fucked over on your
at
European
least, yeah.
vacation. You know what I mean?
Right. Like if they're gonna cheat anyways,
Yeah.
cry in a Maserati,
Yeah.
babe.
Yeah.
Not in a Toyota Corolla.
You want to get fucked over at half price Tuesday at Applebee's
Yeah.
while he's holding the coupon book. It's like that
Oh my
fucking
God.
sucks.
Asking to split the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever asked you to split the bill?
No.
I don't even. I just look
No.
around. Like,
I don't even the what is it? The check comes,
Yeah.
I just stare.
Yeah. Same. I
I
do the
don't
same
even
thing.
pull out I don't even touch my wallet. The fact that the check touched the table,
Yeah.
you're done. You're
Yeah.
cut. You're cut. I shouldn't
touching the
it shouldn't
table.
even be like presented in front of me.
Canceled.
Rude. Canceled.
Yeah.
Like no.
No.
At all.
I agree with you. My dad is very like old school, right? So he's like very much
Yeah.
pay the bill. Like, you know, if the car is coming and you're on the sidewalk, you walk on the car side so you can
Yeah.
stop the car with one
Yeah.
hand, protect
Yeah.
your girl
He's a
with the other.
mugger.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I'm so my like type traditional. I like a traditional
Yeah.
man. I like a powerful man. Like I like someone that has a good job and is able to. I love a provider. So I know a lot of people like they're like, "What's wrong with you? Why?" But that is what I like, and I feel like that is what's gonna fit my lifestyle.
No, I appreciate the honesty. I think
I
every
think
girl does, but they just like pretend like they're not supposed to want that or something.
Right.
So then I just want guys because they're like super nice and like blah, blah. I'm like,
Yes, that as well. Personality shines,
yeah.
right? But it's like at the end of the day, we gotta think like business.
Yeah.
You want a family, you gotta have the money to have that, right? Like, and I want to stay at home and raise my kids. Like that is a privilege to have, and I want to, hone that.
well, and a lot of personality is superficial too. Like if you like a guy because he's confident, like that's also superficial.
Right.
Like, okay, he could be confident and like a huge asshole and like bad character, but like you like his confidence because it gives you that feeling of like, oh man, this guy. Like it's the
Right.
same thing as if I look at like a beautiful girl and it's like, oh man, like you get that same feeling of if you look at a guy who's like confident and has his shit together.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody's superficial,
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. So you might as well, at the end of the day, cry in a Porsche or in a Maserati.
We have such different types, Mel.
I know, but
This is like not me.
You like broke
I'm
things?
not like traditional. Okay, you know what's weird? I always do end up with like a broke bitch. Like
Just in
I don't know.
somebody's
They're so
Honda
nice
Corolla.
though.
Not even a broke man, a broke bitch.
A broke
bitch,
bitch.
yeah.
They are. I'm like so. I always end with a guy that's like kind of like a wimp.
I literally.
I like to be mommy. Like
yes,
kind of.
I know. And I yell at you. Literally, we FaceTime each other every day. We're that close every day. And then I always yell at her. I'm like, why are you letting these broke dudes like ruin your life? Like they can't even like. I get so mad when I hear like
Calling the kettle black.
like a situationship, like just kind of like walk all
No,
over
because
you.
mine are also diabolical. Like they say the most out of pocket. I don't know what it is about me, but men think they could say the most out of pocket things to me.
Like what?
Okay, so I was like at a bar, and then they came up to me and they're like, "You look like this girl, Hot Shannon." And I'm like, "Who's Hot Shannon?" And they're like, "This hot girl named Shannon we just met, but she's way hotter than you." Like they just love to like neg me. Like they like, or they'll be like, "What do you rate yourself?" And I'll be like, 9, humble.
Humble.
And they'll be like, "Nah, 7." But I'm like, "Why are you asking me to rate myself in the first place?" Like I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but you also like banter. Like you like give it back. I feel like.
I
So
want
you
her to
kinda
marry
like
someone
that a
with
little
banter.
bit.
Well, when
Or
they
am
said
I
the Hot
tripping?
Shannon thing, I was like, I'm not having fun in this conversation anymore. Like, I left it. But, like, I don't know. I love to joke. I'm, like, very, like, unserious. So I think people think they
Think
can
that-
say whatever they want
yeah.
to me.
But
And
then it
they do.
actually hurts sometimes.
Well, at this point, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, what?
It's
is-
straight disrespect,
it's
and they think it's
disrespect.
funny, and then when I hear about it, I'm like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
we're pulling up to this guy's house and punching him. Like
Yeah.
that's just it's just like I just
Part
can't.
of it might be like, okay, like we have a group chat, right?
Right.
And we just like of guys, and we just trash everybody in the like 100 out of 100 trash them. One time, there's this other group chat because there's like a party we're organizing, and we forgot some of our friends who were girls like were in the chat, and we're like doing our like guys group chat
Yeah.
thing, but not even flaming the girls. We're just flaming each other.
Yeah.
And then one of the girls like calls me, and she's like,
Is everything
"Yo,
okay?
yeah." She's like, "I think you guys are kind of bullying Claudio right now." And I'm like, "Bullying? What the fuck are you talking about? Like this is like how
the
we
boy.
bond with each
Yeah.
other. It's like boys,
I love
yeah,
him.
yeah." So like I think sometimes it's like, and maybe with you, after a certain level of banter, they're just like their brain clicks into like how they banter with guys, and they just fucking say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I will say the Hot Shannon thing, I didn't speak a word to them. They came up to me. And
Yeah, it was just, like,
decided to
random
say
people.
whatever.
It's like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
girl.
That was
I'm
a
bully
stray,
her.
a stray that
Yeah.
I caught.
Stray
Just
bullet, yeah.
Stray bullet.
Or
just
maybe like
existing.
your aura was giving them that.
Yeah,
energy, you
they're
know?
like.
Because you have such a friendly, welcoming aura. Like all my friends say that when
Yeah.
they first meet you. I feel like these guys are like, well, I could bully her right now. Like
That's
that's
make the schoolgirl cry.
right. Like what? Like what? Like they don't do that to me because that just doesn't
No,
happen.
because
I don't
yours
like.
is like you have RBF.
You
Like
do have
I'm scared
RBF,
of you.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me. The Botox, please kick in.
Does it part of you think that maybe the reason you only got 2 interviews was because when they met you, they were like, fall girl?
You know what? I didn't think about that. They're like, this is the
Like
girl
the producers
that's gonna
were like,
go.
yeah, like this is what she's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God,
the
the
one.
conspiracy.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know. Maybe no. You know what? No, because maybe. There was a girl that came.
Oh.
I don't even know her name. She did all the interviews, like our formal interview that we did, like when we were actually there, and she got sent home. So wouldn't that make her the fall girl? Well, she didn't make it on the screen.
She didn't even make it on TV. Yeah.
No way.
I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah. There's this.
You're making me think right now.
Were options.
Yeah.
So when they finally got to meet the entire cast at the hotel when we arrived, because we had like almost like quarantine for a couple of days just to
on
you
my
know.
birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah.
But there was options if people weren't fitting the look, or if they just weren't vibing with the cast, or like they didn't look good, or all this stuff. And that was like my biggest fear, because I knew they had options, and if I wasn't like what they wanted, like there was someone gonna replace me right then and there. And they didn't tell you that. And this girl literally flew in
12 hours.
12 hours.
Got paid not enough.
It didn't even get paid. She didn't even make it to the show. Yeah, they kind of like got to meet her, whatever.
I see.
She didn't make the cut.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would have fucking filed a lawsuit once I got back.
But can you imagine? You tell all your friends and family, I'm going on the show.
Yeah, make plans.
And you're like, hey, right. I'm back.
Imagine you win on the whole show and they just cut you out of every scene and then you're watching it with your family. And
That's what happened. No, diabolical. Oh, I wish I saw the showrunner yesterday.
Was he there?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah. Someone said he was.
Oh, I didn't know.
Why are you saying it like that?
No, because I was trying to talk to everybody there, and I just got too fucked up.
Yeah. Fell on me. Shout out Deb from Love Island for helping me up. No, I watched it like at 3 a.m. It came out on Wednesday, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch it tomorrow. But I'm like, no, I can't sleep until I like see. And then they start showing the intros of all the girls. I'm like, because I thought they would show like 5, like the main girls who made it to the end. But then it kept going, and I'm like, oh, sick. Like everyone's intro is in this. And then it gets to Kay, and it just ends. And they put every girl's intro except for mine. And I was like, oh my God. And in that night, we organized like a huge New York watch party with like 170 people. And I'm like, oh God, like what are they, like 170 people are going to like see that my intro was cut, and I'm like, I don't even want to do this watch party. But
yeah, you saw the show. We made a promise to each other to not see the show and have like a
broke it.
Yeah, you broke it and have like a genuine, real reaction. She saw the whole thing.
I'm glad I watched that like alone first, because I was like
mentally prepared.
Yeah, mentally prepared. But I wanted to see the showrunner yesterday and be like, I have questions for you. But you probably like, I don't give a fuck. Like, who are you?
But they cut mine. I had a whole like speech of what I said. Then I point to Lena and was like, you. What was mine? Mine was like, my name is Melissa. I'm 26 years old. I'm a bottle girl from New York City. What was
so funny? That's literally what you did on the show too.
And then what was it? It was like
I want to hunt.
I always get 20% tip, but tonight I want 100%
of your man's
of
tip.
Yours. But
yeah,
they cut it where I said you.
Yeah.
And then then they showed me. But like it was just kind of like, I guess my line wasn't cool enough. But I guess the you was like, I want you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more direct, but
yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, well, I appreciate you guys coming on the show. You guys were absolutely fantastic, and we actually should do a sequel with you guys once you're back in town. I don't know when that will be. Well, hopefully you'll move to LA, because
you flying me out?
Nothing is going on in New York, I feel like.
I fear the same.
So the final question is, and this goes to each of you. We'll start with you, Reba. What do you consider cheating?
That's a great question.
I don't know, because I do believe in like emotional cheating and I believe in physical cheating. I think as little as like texting someone behind my back is like cheating. Like a girl that like he's not telling me.
What's the context of the text?
Just, I mean, if it's like his friend, I don't know. But like, I don't know. Hanging out with a girl alone too, like I think could be cheating. There's like gray lines. Like, I don't know. I feel like if he's like hiding something from me, I don't know if that's cheating, but like that would raise a red flag.
I have a friend who's a girl.
Yeah.
I go hang out with her and I'm like, hey babe, I'm going to hang out with this chick.
Yeah.
Is that cheating?
Do I know about her? Do I know her?
You might not know her personally.
Why didn't you introduce me to her?
You've never met. It's just the opportunity. I just met her like 3 weeks ago.
You a new girl?
Yeah.
No.
Like I met the girl on the podcast.
Oh, alone. What are you guys doing?
Yeah. Shooting a podcast.
Oh, you're just bringing her on the podcast?
No, she came on the podcast. We met. Now we're going to like,
hang out? Is she, like,
just
coming?
grab lunch and like talk.
What do you think, Mel? I feel
Baby,
like...
Wait, I don't understand. What do you mean?
I'm not giving you the out.
I already know my answer, but the mic is on you.
I think... Yeah, I mean, would you hang out with her frequently after? There's so many
idea.
questions.
I just but that's irrelevant. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. I'm just going to hang out with her. The question is that cheating? Because you said hanging out with a girl is cheating. So I'm trying to understand, like, is that, it sounds like you're kind of confused because you're trying to figure out what's going on. That's what it sounds like. But that itself is not cheating. So you would be kind of like
I feel
grilling.
like that's not cheating.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If it's friendly.
Yeah. I mean, that's
and
that's
I know
what
about it. I
Yes.
feel like more like, I don't fuck with like secretive stuff.
Okay. So now let's say I sat down at lunch and I said, oh my God, you look so pretty. Did I cheat?
That's not cheating to me, but that's
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sounds good. Let's say she's talking about like how she's so single and how, you know, she would have loved to be with a guy who's like me. And I said, oh, wow.
Yes, that's cheating.
No, I'm not saying anything. I just said, so I reply and I say, oh, wow, I think you're great too.
Cheating.
Okay.
That's the line that has been
Got
passed.
it.
Like,
Got
get
it.
out of it. Why are you still at lunch with her? Like,
So at that
Dude.
point, once somebody hits on the other person or shows interest, you're either out, or if you stay, now you're cheating emotionally.
Yeah, I think that's
You
the
should
line.
have thrown a drink on her face, flipped the table.
Yeah, it took a while, but we got there to my definition.
Okay. Understand. You obviously looking at somebody else passing by cheating.
No.
Canceled. Over. Done. Kill.
No. Because if you entertain it, that's cheating. I understand, like, with my job, like, I entertain people and I flirt for money. Like, that's, bottle service is like that. Probably why it's hard to find a confident person that's like this, that's her job. And, you know, like, I know she's not cheating, right? But I think you're allowed to have relationships of the other gender, but once you entertain that, and once someone's like to me, like if you were like to me, like, oh, like, you look beautiful today. Oh, thank you. You know, you look good. You know, I would say that to like my guy friends, like, you look good today. Like, wow. But if they're like, I wish we were together and I want to date you, like, that's cheating. Like, I believe, like, if you're super strict with your partner, they're going to cheat on you. We are individual, we're humans. Like, you could have those circle of relationships, but there's different types of relationships, that platonically, you know, like, I don't believe in overpowering and being super strict with my partner, because I wouldn't want that to me. Like, I want to be able to have like my guy friends and hang out with them. But I know when a guy has different, like, he's not really a friend.
Yeah,
like, he wants to hook up with me. I'm not hanging out with guys that want to hook up with me. So if I had a partner.
Right.
And I know I could read a guy like a book when I know that's his intention. So I'm loyal. Scorpio.
Awesome. Thank you guys. You were great. Fantastic.
Thanks for having us.
We will see you guys soon, hopefully in
watch the show, maybe.
I will watch the show, and then we'll do a sequel once you guys are back in town, so then I could talk more and ask questions about all the drama you weren't involved in any drama, it seems. So.
Just unproblematic. Is something wrong with that?
Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.